Hi, I'm Charlie from cookingsecretsformen.com. Well, our international collab for May takes us to Lebanon. Lebanon has some of the world's most recognizable dishes, such as hummus, Ghanoush, rice pilaf, and Tabbouleh. A dozen or so YouTube chefs from around the world will be making some of Lebanon's most famous dishes using the hashtag eatkibbeh. Now, kibbeh is the national dish of Lebanon. It's made from ground meat, typically either lamb or beef. It's mixed with bulgur wheat and spices, and it's served at many Lebanese meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Please check out the other chefs' Lebanese dishes. Their information will be in the description box below. The name Lebanon is probably the oldest country name in the world and has not changed for over 4,000 years. My entry for hashtag eatkibbeh is Sfeehas. They're Lebanese open-faced meat pies. They're traditionally served like pizzas or as little triangles of doughy bread stuffed with a beef filling. I'm using ground beef, not lamb. So let's see how it goes. All right, to get started with our Lebanese meat pies, we're going to make the dough, and then we're going to let the dough rest, and while the dough is resting, we're going to make the filling, and then once we make the filling, let that cool, we'll stuff our little meat pies, put them in the oven. So, we're going to do dry ingredients first. So, the recipe calls for 4 cups of self-rising flour. Not a lot of people use self-rising flour all the time, so there's a substitution that you can use for 4 cups. So you get, for every cup of all-purpose flour, you add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of fine salt. So for 4 cups, we're going to use 6 teaspoons of, and this is fine salt, this is just Morton's salt, not kosher. So 4 cups go into a bowl. All right, we'll put all the dry ingredients in. So this is our baking powder. You can see. All right, that goes in, and then this is 1 teaspoon of fine salt, not kosher salt, it's fine salt. Whisk this around. All right, so for the Lebanese version of these meat pies, there's a little sweetness to it. And one of the things they put in is powdered milk. So this is 3 tablespoons of powdered milk. Goes in with the dry ingredients. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of just regular old sugar. And the last thing is 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And we've got, this is fast rise yeast. You can see that. This is about 2.5 teaspoons, and that's how much is in 1 packet usually. All right, so we're going to put in the fast rise yeast. Again, if I can open it. All right, all dry ingredients are in. All right, so we're going to go with our wet ingredients next. We want to make a little well in the middle here. Put our wet ingredients in. So first we have some avocado from Senor Avocado. Say hello. Hello. We have 1/2 cup of avocado oil. It's going to go right center. I've got 2 eggs. Since I'm a pro, I can do this, but you at home, use 2 hands. I'm going to use a wooden spoon for this because if you use a whisk, it's going to get all clogged. So I'm going to stir this, and as I'm doing that, I have 1 cup of warm room temperature water. I'm going to slowly add that. You want to make sure that it's not dry when the dough comes together. So I'm going to clean off this work surface, and I'll be back. We're going to knead it a few times, then we're going to cover it and let it sit. All right, so now I'm going to pour it Take it out and pour it on this surface right here. Get it to come together. It is a little oily and wet, and if it's too dry, you want to add a little water. Alright, we'll put this back in the bowl, and we're going to cover it as a top. So we're just going to cover this. We're going to let this sit in a warm area for about an hour or so, and while we're letting the dough rise, we'll make our filling. Alright, we're going to get started with our Lebanese meat pies. So we've got some oil heating. In Lebanon they use ghee. I don't have any ghee. Can't get ghee. I guess you could, but I'm not going to clarify any butter. So using some oil. This is 1 onion chopped. Stir this around. Soften. Add some garlic, 2 cloves full. Alright, so the onions and garlic have softened. This is 1 pound of ground beef. You can use ground lamb if you like. Okay, looks like we got most of the pink out. So this is 3 chopped tomatoes, little Roma tomatoes. Incorporate these. So as this continues to cook down, this is going to be a Lebanese 7 spice, because Lebanon is, they're better than the Chinese 5 spice. So what we have at the top is coriander, then we have allspice, and we've got cinnamon, and this is cumin, nutmeg, ground cloves, and black pepper. So these are all going to go in just a minute. All right, it's cooked down. So we're going to put in our Lebanese 7 spice. Every country has their own mix. Curries in India and garam masala, and in Lebanon they have 7 spice. Chinese have 5 spice. And next we got some salt. Add a teaspoon of salt. One of the things about doing these international collabs is you get to use a lot of different ingredients. This is pomegranate molasses, but the downside to all these ingredients is you probably only use them once. So we're going to get 2 tablespoons of the pomegranate molasses. 1, 2. Another thing is we use tahini, 6 tablespoons of tahini. 1, 6. All right. And this is za'atar. It's a common Middle Eastern spice. Put that in. Stir this around. Last thing is some chili paste. So heat. All right, we're going to turn the heat off. Let this cool slightly. Take it and put it off the heat. So if we get this cool, then we've got a little lemon juice, a little parsley to put in just a sec. So here's our filling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add juice of 1 lemon. Actually, I'm just going to do a half a lemon because I don't want it to be too runny. You see it's still steaming, so we're going to let this cool a little bit while we get the dough ready. And then once the dough is ready, we'll go ahead and fill here. All right, we're going to roll out our dough. This is been allowed to rise. A little flour out. What we're going to do here is cut, try to see if we get 8 out of this. 6, 7, 8. And cut them all in half. Alrighty. Alright, so what we do is make a ball. Make all these into balls. Alright, so here's the dough in balls. So So what we're going to do is hopefully make a round shape out of this. I go all directions in theory. All right, about as round as it's going to get. All right. We take our filling. Put it in the middle. I'm going to take opposite corners and pinch. Pinch here. And pinch here. And that's what we're going to be cooking. So we're going to do the rest of these and put them in the oven at 425 and see what happens. All right, here we are. And I'm pretty sure I'm not a baker. This is the meat pie. The dough looks a little hard. I let it go for like 20 minutes. Probably didn't need that long. But, so this is sour cream, Greek yogurt, and lemon wedge. So, a little lemon on top, and a little Greek yogurt. Now get it in my lap. I think it'll taste okay. I'm just not all that happy with the dough. But can't have everything. This is the meat pie. You like this? The dough is a little doughy. I think it's supposed to be a little thinner. It comes together okay. Holds together well, as you can see. Sour cream, keep saying, looks like sour cream, but it's Greek yogurt. It's done on the bottom. So I'm happy, it tastes good. Doesn't look great. So, thanks for watching another one of our international collabs. This is #eatkibbeh from Lebanon. Please look at the other videos from our fellow YouTube chefs while they make dishes from Lebanon. We appreciate everyone's support. Please like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.